And you know what it is, man. Dedicated base here with the commentary, bro. You know, I did my first 2K13 blacktop. I mean, not blacktop vid. Excuse me. My career vid. But yeah, what I'm gonna bring to my channel is 2K13, Dragon Ball Z, everything else you want to do. When 2K14 come out, we'll be doing a what's it called video, a creation video. Jet Flight Tyson will be back in 2K14. I'm telling you about that. He will be back. Sorry for mumbling because like. I'm kind of hyped right now that I got all my stuff, man. You know, so I'm just doing this, man. I ain't gonna talk for the whole video. I'm gonna talk for about like 3 minutes, and I'm gonna just stop. You know, man. Well, yeah, the reason I want to become a commentator because I saw everybody else doing it, man. It just looks so fun. You feel me? It just look real fun to do, man. It's a good experience. I know how to operate the stuff. I got a good video coming. I can't wait to upload it. To upload, I'm going to sleep, man. You know, gotta catch some sleep. But I don't have no school. So Thursday, man, you know, my birthday on Wednesday, you feel me? Turn 17 years old, man. I know. Real good, man. I'm gonna talk about for like 2 minutes probably. But yeah, we're playing against the Utah Jazz, you know.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
See, that's a good point. In this day and age, when a lot of trade demands are done through the media, Paul and the Hornets seem to make the most of what could have been, I think, Clark, a pretty ugly situation.
Well said, Kevin. They did do a good job in handling that, and you got to give both sides credit. The player isn't happy, doesn't have to make all sorts of waves about it. Just tell the team and see if they can work together to get a amicable solution.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
You know, the Jazz have always been known as a strong team at home, but the opposite can be said for when they hit the road. Just ugly at times for them away from Salt Lake City.
Now here's Millsap. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver.
I thought it.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I caught up with Coach Tyrone Corbett. One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, will see how they do.
All right, Doris, thanks. Back to the Jazz, it is especially hard for them because they're such a young team, and if you get down, rattled on the road, Steve, you know it. I mean, it's unforgiving.
Yeah, that's why they ended up with that 11-22 road record, Kevin. They've gained experience, though, and with a lot of young talent, I would think moving forward, they're going to fare better and better as they grow as a team.
And Canner throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, they are dialed in offensively, guys. I think they look really well prepared for this game.
And they've rode that early hot streak to a big lead here in the first.
Here's Davis, up and in with the jumper near the hoop.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Williams with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Denver. The pass to Hayward, and the shot is good. Williams has got 13.
They have just been pouring in threes from the start.
And the defense is drowning. I mean, they can't find a way to get out of the hole. I mean, a nice lead.
See the show and make yourself heard. Come out and support your hometown Hornets. Pick up your tickets today to see the great.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They limited their mistakes and really took advantage offensively.
You know what? I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways. That's excellent pressure and good activity with the hands.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Hornets 5 right now. The great, he's in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Roger Mason. And the officials call. goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now, not a popular call, as you can hear in the background.
Not at all. Unanimous disapproval of that whistle.
Rivers, he's checked in for New Orleans. Gets it to go.
There's Tyrone Corbin in his second season as head coach of the Jazz. Before that, he'd spent 7 years as an assistant coach in Utah.
Jefferson, Lopez covering. Gets a look. And the shot is good. And 11 points for Al Jefferson.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Here's the great, and it's good. Going back to Tyrone Corbin, 16-year journeyman career.
They're making some shots now, Clark, finally starting to make up some ground.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Goes back up, and Davis gets it to go. Davis has got his second bucket.
You don't box him out more effectively than that. He's going to eat you up on the offensive board.
Gordon Hayward. And Earl Watson is subbed in for Mo Williams. Gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 18.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. Third in blocks, fourth in free throw percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And to me, what really stands out with all those numbers you talked about, Clark, are the blocks, because they're a physical team. They're dominant in the paint, and they've got great length. And when they're between you and the basket, it's tough to get a shot over these guys. I tell you, the Jazz front office has done a really nice job in Utah. They've drafted some excellent-looking young players in the last few years. Derek Favors, Cantor, Burks, Gordon Hayward.
Yep.
And these are guys who have bright futures in the NBA, and it's just a matter of them growing together.
Gordon, Burks covering. Here's the great. Burks with the double team. Here's Gordon. And the rejection by Favors. Here is Watson. Here's Carroll. That's good. Any strong offensive rebounder possess. And we saw it right there.
Yeah, it's the anticipation more than anything. It's understanding where that ball is going before anybody else on the floor does.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Anderson. From the high post, he drills it. Anderson's got 7 points in the game. Jazz leading by 20. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And they played the Hornets once earlier in the season.
Yeah, they allowed far too many open looks in that game, guys.
Can't disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, that's exactly what did them in. They didn't apply nearly enough pressure on their shooters.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Thomas checked in for Anderson. Aminu comes in for Robin Lopez. Roger Mason is subbed in for Eric Gordon.
So you can be the one, I can be the one. So you can be the one. So you can be the one, I can be the one.
Down on the track, boy.
Dishes it to Hayward. Feeds it to Millsap. He's covered by Aminu. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Millsap's got his first points in this one. Back to the Hornets, not a lot of room for error in the West, and for a large part of the season, Steve, they were just outmanned.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were a young group. They had a ton of injuries, and you look at the record, 14-34 against the West. Not surprising, given that they were in transition and playing in such a strong conference.
Here's Jefferson. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist. And that's 15 points for Al Jefferson.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the deep?
He dishes it to Hayward. And Utah again with the bucket. Clark, never easy watching a team rebuild and struggle like the Hornets, but they knew they would have to do some of that at some point. And, I guess, Steve, they feel they're going to be okay.
Well, they did the right thing. They revamped, they retooled, and obviously got lucky in the lottery. They were able to draft Anthony Davis. But they've got some nice young pieces now on that team, and it looks to be a franchise on the rise.
Hey, close out on low.
Outside Williams. Here's Tinsley. To the middle. And it's out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games. In third, the Jazz.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physically.
And Monty Williams, a former first-round pick of Notre Dame, out of Notre Dame, played 9 seasons in the NBA. And I know that playing experience is clearly an asset for a head coach.
1:12 left in the second quarter. He kicks to Hayward. Pulls up, high post. There's the bucket, good. Hayward's got 4 this quarter. And going back to Coach Monty Williams, Steve, do you think having been a player really helps a coach?
I think so, Kevin. The players automatically respect somebody, who has been in their shoes, who understands what the NBA is all about. But that respect will go away if they don't believe in the coach and his work ethic and his intelligence.
Utah with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, every guy on the team could have done more in that game. I believe that. But instead, there was a lot of standing around and bad ball movement.
That's exactly right.
And it's Millsap in at the small forward position. He hits the second from the line.
Well, some guys you just need to keep an eye on for the entire 48 minutes because of their ability to get hot. Eric Gordon is one of them. I mean, he can go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring, and then all of a sudden he'll come down and bam, knock down 4 or 5 straight shots.
And when he gets it going, there's really no stopping him either because he is that explosive a scorer. Inside, he can drive it and finish through contact on the perimeter. He's a lethal three-point shooter. I love the way this young man brings his game.
The knee injury may have preceded the trade. Some cartilage damage. That was what ended up requiring the surgery.
And the really powerfully built leapers in the NBA can suffer damage to their knees. It's a demanding game. It puts a lot of torque and pressure on the knees.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. Over Vasquez. And Utah again with the bucket.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing.
So you can be the one. I can be the one. So you can be the one. So you can be the one. I can be the one.
Down on the track, boy.
It's impossible not to be impressed.